let us get to it, baby. My laptop is not working. I don't know why. This requires a lot, and I'm not in for it, child. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Idah Nkosii, also known as Nkosii, and today we are having a WedsTalk by Idah Nkosii or with Idah Nkosii. This is the very first episode of WedsTalk with Idah Nkosii or by Idah Nkosii, and I'm so very excited for that. I am so excited for that because I feel like this is such a great segment for me too. Because the purpose of this, right, is to inspire and empower, but I feel like it's gonna help me to also deal with some of the issues that I haven't dealt with, you know. So let us get to the very first episode of WedsTalk by Idah Nkosii. So today's topic, we are talking about self-acceptance. I got very hard into this topic, right? Not that I didn't know where to start. I knew very well where I wanted to start, and this is where I want to start. So self-acceptance, what is really self-acceptance? So according to Google, right, self-acceptance is learning to love yourself. It is about letting go of the things you cannot change and appreciating what makes you unique, right? And I think this goes hand in hand with what I've prepared for you guys. So this is where I'm gonna start, right? I'm just gonna tell you guys a story about me and my journey with self-acceptance, because I think self-acceptance is something that you have to do like daily. It's a journey that never ends. Working on yourself never ends. You wake up this morning, you don't feel good about yourself, you have to work on yourself, right? The next day you feel great about yourself. The following day you don't feel good, you have to work on yourself again. So self-acceptance is really a journey that never ends, you know. It never ends. So with me, right, I was always that girl, man. When growing up, I was always that girl. I was so confident, being papanji, you know. I knew my story. I knew who I was. I knew my thing, right? But when I got into high school, well, the first year of high school was great. I had friends, like I had a lot of friends. So I just had my place in people, you know. I knew my story. And then when I was doing grade 9, I got into a classroom whereby I had no friends. It was just me, but there were people that I knew, right? So I tried making friendships. Some worked, some didn't. Now I have an eye problem, right? I wear eye spectacles. So it was not a thing back then. It was not a thing. You were a nerd if you wore spectacles, child. Even now you're still a nerd if you wear spectacles. So I got bullied a lot by my classmates. Really, I would get into fights. It was not a really good thing for me, because I started feeling lonely, you know. I also felt like my relationship with God was at stake, you know, because now I'm not myself anymore. I have to go to school with this thing of Fuguti. I'm going to face this, and this is just not for me. How am I gonna do it, you know? But luckily I had a friend that was older than me, and I feel like she was there, you know, to help me with everything, you know, even if though she didn't know what I was dealing with exactly, you know. So it happened that one day I just decided, I'm not gonna allow people to define who I am, you know. And this is about it. The moment you let people define who you are is the moment you're gonna live for people, you know. Now what about what makes you special? What about your purpose now? So sorry, this other day I woke up and I was like, I'm done. I'm not gonna let people bully me for who I am. Yes, I was spectacle, so what? Yes, I'm a nerd, so what? Not that I'm a nerd though. Yes, I'm a nerd, so what? You know, I took myself into it. Like, guys, I seriously tell you, Ruti, I was also like, you know what? God is gonna be my friend from now on. Because I've always been a church girl, but I think I never really understood what it's like being close to God until that year. You know, until I experienced loneliness. I didn't know, Ruti, I can have a friend in God actually. I started journaling, I started reading books. Well, I've always been a reader, but like that year I just got like, you know, I just got serious. And even with my academics, hey guys, I wasn't serious. Like the first time of grade 9, I wasn't serious with my academics. But from second time, I was like, you know what? I need to focus on my studies because, child, I really need to. So I started focusing on my academics. I started journaling. I would have sort of as a timetable, not a timetable, but sort of as a schedule, right? Now I study. Now it's time for my Bible study, a self-Bible study, and it helped me a lot. Really, it helped me a lot. Now it's time for reading a certain book. It also helped me a lot. That's how I started to gain my confidence, really. I started doing things that I loved, you know. I started being who I am. And also there was this other year, I was doing grade 10, so there was a competition at my school because I model, so there was a pageantry competition. So I got there, right? Because like I had told myself, Uguti, now I know who I am. I'm confident. No one is going to beat me at it. No one is going to beat me at my own like uniqueness, you know. I entered for this competition and I lost. Now, what's so interesting about this, Nate, was people were expecting me to win. I expected myself to win. I was like, I got this child. I'm the queen for this pageant. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, I didn't win. I lost. Now, what I learned, Nate, and this, like, what was so interesting for me, right, was that I didn't cry about it. I didn't shed a tear about it, right? The following day in the morning, I told my mom, like, I lost. Probably this was not the right time. I get it. I have to learn, you know. And that helped me to learn a few tricks about myself. And I used them in my next competition and I won. So the fact that when I was doing grade 9, I had gone through a journey whereby I had to learn how to accept myself for who I am. When I lost the competition, I didn't even shed a tear. I was in head, but I knew Uguti. It wasn't the time for me. And I learned more about myself, right? So I have tips for you guys to self-acceptance, things that I feel like have helped me throughout my journey. And I am gonna share them with you guys, and I hope that they help you. I hope you put them into use if you're struggling with self-acceptance. Remember, self-acceptance, it is about appreciating what makes you unique. There's no other you. Nkosii, I am the only Nkosii. Well, there may be other Nkosiis, but abasibo, like, they're not me. You know what? So the first tip to self-acceptance, child, it is embracing what makes you unique. You know, think about what makes you special. You're unique. Find what makes you unique. Find what makes you different from the crowd, and then embrace it. And now when you start embracing what makes you unique, you learn to love yourself. You learn to love your special trait about yourself. You know what I mean? Like, just learn about your different traits and how they add value into your life. That way you start. And guys, It's what do they say again? One step at a time. It's one step at a time. You don't force it, you don't rush the process. It's a process, this thing. So it's one step at a time, slowly but surely. Now the second tip is you need to think positively. One thing about me, right? I think ukuthi, whenever you are in a situation that is gonna turn out negatively, or that has turned out negatively, the only thing I do to keep myself calm, I think positively, because I feel like it is a superpower of accepting the situation for how it is. So now having to think positively about yourself is a superpower for accepting yourself, really. You need to speak kind to yourself, right? Turn any self-critical negative thoughts into positive thoughts, really. You don't have to be too hard on yourself. You see, with me, right, I had this thing, Yoguti. I would write the Sunday reset people do. My Sunday reset was I would write the goals that I wanted to achieve in my self-acceptance journey. First of all, I would write that I am beautiful, I am strong, I am capable, I am brave. And then I will paste it on my wardrobe, right? And then I would wake up every morning, first have a look at that, and now ilanga maliqhubeka, I know ukuthi yes, I'm beautiful, yes, I am capable, yes, I am brave, yes, I am strong, and I'm confident. I now have this thing I've told myself already, ukuthi yes, nginjalo vele. So you don't have to be hard on yourself, even if there are mistakes that you do, because guys, ngempela akekho umuntu ongalenzi iphutha, sonke siyawenza amaphutha, and that's okay. Just tell yourself ukuthi I've done this, what have I learned from it? And how am I gonna fix it next time? If I come across such a situation, how am I gonna deal with it, Now the third one, I think we've already gone through this one, is be kind to yourself, right? Being kind, you can be kind to yourself in different ways, guys. With me, I was kind to myself, I think, by doing the things that makes me feel good, asking for a new book from my dad, taking yourself out. I've never okay, I have took myself out, but not on a really serious solo date. If you feel like that's gonna make you feel good, take yourself out. That's a way of being kind to yourself. Do things that are gonna help you to really get to know yourself better, because I feel like even if you go on a solo date, you kinda spend time with yourself. You kind of don't have to pretend to in front of people of who you are, because you're by yourself. So you kind of learn about yourself, and you start loving yourself, you start accepting yourself. That's nice, right? Now the fourth one is identifying your strengths, right? I think the first step to this one is you need to write down the things that you're good at, things that you're not good at. I'm gonna tell you something. Till this day, I don't know my strengths. I'm struggling with identifying my strengths. No, guys, I'm joking, but me saying that I don't know my strengths, it's because I had it was so hard having to identify my strengths, because there are things that you love doing but you really cannot do, and now you can't go about that I love doing this, but now I can't do it, So I think having to identify your strengths, just write down the things that you're good at, find out whether you love doing them. I think also you loving some of the things but not being able to do them doesn't have to stop you from doing them. There are different ways of learning how to do the things that you love that you can't do right now. but angithi uthi uthanda ukucula but awukwazi ukucula ufuna ukuyongenela ama-hype. Ngiyadlala guys, ngiyadlala, but I like doing what you love regularly can really help you with the journey of self-acceptance, and it's gonna help you to become like more confident in your abilities. And I feel like masa uthi uyazithanda une-confidence, right? Masa uthi sozamukilile wena, so ne-confidence yokuthi I can go out there and show people who I am, right? Like with your abilities, with your skills, and everything about you, you know? So identify your strengths. Know with this, when I do this, I actually can do this, right? Now, the last thing, I feel like this is so very important, right? Please take note of this. Please keep it into your mind, right? Remember that everyone has their own journey. Now walk yours, right? I'm gonna repeat this. Remember that everyone has their own journey. Now walk yours. We tend to compare ourselves to people. We tend to compare impilo zethu to impilo zabantu, and I feel like sometimes iqala lapho indaba yokuthi ungazithandi, because now ubuka impilo yakho, ubuka impilo yomunye umuntu, and uyabona ukuthi lezi zinto lezi zobabili azifani, and I want to live her life. Mine is not doing the things. So I feel like this comes with, you need to stop comparing yourself to people. You know, work your own journey, find your purpose in your own journey, you know, find your identity. You know, this year I was really in a process of identifying my identity. I think we're gonna talk about that next time, because I struggled with this, right? Having to find my purpose, because since from high school, I think grade 11, I mean, I've been identifying my purpose with God. Please help me identify my purpose. What is my purpose really? What is my identity? You know, where do I belong? What is my sense of belonging, right? So now, the moment you walk someone else's journey, you are neglecting your purpose, right? You are neglecting ubuwena bakho, you're neglecting what you're supposed to do, right? And life is such an interesting thing, guys, because you do some of the things, and then when you look back, you're like, damn, and that is how it was supposed to play out. Because I had an impact on someone's life. I had an impact on my own life. That was my purpose. And really, I think one of my friends taught me this year. We were talking about purpose, and she told me, Uguti, you know Pimpine? Oh well, that's my nickname if you didn't know, child. You know Pimpine? Purpose, you really don't have to do something big. You don't have to do something that the world is gonna see and cherish and really, you know, clap hands for you for doing that. But purpose, it can be a small thing, something that will make your heart like fulfilled, you know. Uthi mayenza inhliziyo yakho iqwale injabulo, uzwe nawe ukuthi yes, I've done something and I'm really happy about it. I'm so glad I've done this, you know. Now, remember to stop comparing yourself to other people. Love yourself for who you are, and do not forget that self-acceptance never ends. It's a journey that never ends, right? But I think kubalulekile ke ukuzithanda, ne? Kubalulekile ukuzithanda, because uma uzithanda, you don't even sell yourself cheap to other people. And that's so very important, because what about istima sakho mawuso uzithengisa cheap ebantwini? People are now gonna talk like, yo, she's so cheap or he's so cheap. Now, Now, this is the end of the first episode of WedsTalk. I think I enjoyed this, I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed conversing with you guys, telling you my story, and I hope you learned something from it. And if there's a topic that you would like me to talk about, do not forget to comment down below, or you can slide into my DM really and tell me what you would like me to talk about on the next episode of WedsTalk. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. If you're watching, thank you very much. Thank you. And I hope that you enjoyed.